Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
DeSantis and Florida GOP poised to take on controversial bills on trans rights, education, gun ownership and more as new session begins. The GOP-controlled Florida legislature is calling a new session Tuesday, where they will consider a series of controversial bills on issues including immigration, LGBTQ rights, gun rights and freedom of the press, some of which Governor Ron DeSantis supports. He is using Florida politics as a launch bid for his 2024 presidential campaign. LGBTQ rights, HB 1223 would build on last year's controversial Parents' Rights in Education Act dubbed say gay by critics, by enforcing K-12 school staff, urged only use pronouns for a child's biological sex, and extend restrictions on gender identity and sexual orientation, instruction through 8th grade, while HB 1069 requires students in grades 6 to 12 to be taught gender is defined by biology and reproductive function, determined at birth, and constrains the below instructional material. The legislative session will last 60 days and end in early May, with DeSantis widely expected to submit his 2024 bid sometime after the end of the session. The New York Times notes that more legislation is likely to be introduced later in the session, because it gives lawmakers more time to prepare bills, and less time to debate them before they go to a vote. In particular, it is expected that Republican lawmakers could introduce new abortion restrictions, after previously enacting a 15-week ban in the state. Though it is not yet clear how far such a ban would go, it also remains to be seen how many of the proposed bills will actually pass, and not all have been explicitly endorsed by DeSantis, such as the blogger restrictions. I've never seen a governor in my life with as much absolute control of the Tallahassee agenda as Ron DeSantis. Florida lobbyist and DeSantis supporter Brian Ballard told the Tampa Bay Times. Another controversial law that has been introduced but is far more likely to pass would abolish the Democratic Party in Florida entirely, and require the state's 4.9 million registered Democrats not to join the party, or register with any other party, by directing state officials to eliminate any political party that previously advocated or supported slavery or involuntary servitude. State Senator Blaise Ingoglia, who introduced the so-called Ultimate Cancel Act, said he drafted the bill without DeSantis' involvement, and the governor did not approve the legislation. The new legislative session adds a number of controversial measures DeSantis and the Republican-controlled legislature have taken, as the governor attempted to implement what he called anti-woke policies that have often drawn criticism. For example, the state drew national attention for the Don't Say Gay law, which sparked a dispute with Disney that resulted in the governor penalizing the company for violating the policy and appointing a dedicated board of directors to oversee the special district that Walt controls Disney World. Florida has also restricted classroom libraries and publicly rejected a proposed new AP course in African American Studies for having a political agenda, in addition to other controversial measures, such as the state's 15-week abortion ban. The controversial policy has raised DeSantis' national political profile, and despite widespread criticism from the left, he won re-election in November by a margin of 19 points, and is widely considered to be former President Donald Trump's main rival in the GOP primary, viewed in 2024.